Now, Minister, we are going to open the lines. Of course, this program is a program where it is designed so that people can interact with their government, interact with their ministers. They can ask questions, they can make comments, they can make suggestions to the government in how it can improve. They can also criticize the government because no government is above criticism.
Right, and I welcome that as well.
And so therefore, one thing that we ask is that when you call, that you be respectful in your interaction. That is quite important. And so we are going to open the lines. The number to call is 465-2555 if you're calling locally. That is if you're in St. Kitts, if you're in Nevis. And the overseas number is 1-718-577-2916. You're very welcome to call in. The lines are open. Working for you, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Williams, and good afternoon, Honorable Minister.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Carl Brown. No, I'm not doing too bad for my age, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mr. Minister.
Yes, sir.
Monkeys, you know that has been a brainchild of mine, right? Now, I heard you talking about chopping, and the same thing Nevis government has been talking about, and lots of people have been doing chopping here. But the chopping has not been working too well. What has happened to us is that the monkeys are breeding faster than with the humans, and they are overpopulating the place. Now, a suggestion I've been made into the past government for years, sir. In the 70s, I remember we had the mountain rangers, and the monkeys was under severe control, and the monkeys was way back in the jungle. But so I would like if your ministry could reintroduce several rangers around the island, sir. It will seriously control the monkeys. But one of the things, sir, we have brought the monkeys down to us here because we've gone up into the jungle and into the mountains and the hills. And we are building and making them village and living areas and bringing the monkeys to us. The other things are fishing. I realize that most of the supermarkets around here, so when you go to shop, they have snapper that comes, fish that comes on tropical weekend, every Tuesday, sorry. But the supermarkets and shops and things here don't have any local fish. The fishermen have to be driving home blowing shell, and they have to be forcing and calling and begging people to buy. And we are talking about all these hotels and all these condominiums and all kind of thing, but they're not buying the local fish, the local lobster. Take a drive up by the fisheries this afternoon. You will see fishermen up there with lobster on a table begging people to buy them. That can look good for agriculture, sir, and our tourism industry. So I would like your ministry to work seriously in that area. One last point, sir, quickly. Secretaries for the ministers, sir, they are denying people from seeing you all to have a one-on-one, you know. Are you pleased to work on that area? And then they're asking you what you want to see the minister for. So please to work, you and your other ministers, please to work on those areas. Your secretary are denying a lot of people, and I am not the only one that have the complaint. I go on, sir.
Thank you, caller. I want to touch on those three issues you raised and hope that my response to you clarifies a few things. First of all, the monkeys and the trapping, you say is not working. The numbers that have been presented to me suggest that they are doing fairly well with trapping. But I take the point you make about them multiplying in such large numbers. Someone said to me, well, if you have 50,000 monkeys, I don't know that to be the number, but that's what they said. If you have 50,000 monkeys and 30,000 of them are females and 20 are males, then how many more? How many? And everybody has to be breeding. Every one of them have to be breeding. How many do you expect to be born? Truth is, though, what we are suffering in St. Kitts is not so much because, well, but remember that when we had sugar cane, the monkeys ate sugar cane. So that was one of the sources of their food. That's why they never so frequently interrupted the farming community, because they had sugar cane. Sugar cane is gone. But also, from the various hurricanes we have had, some of the fruit trees in the hillsides have been destroyed. So we have to also, although I spoke about trapping, we also have to undertake what I call a reforestation of the hillsides. Planting more fruit trees in the hills, the fruits that monkeys can consume. So it's not just what I did speak about trapping, but it's not just one method of dealing with the monkeys that we are engaging in. Now, you talk about fishing on the local fish and the lobster. I'm not sure. You may be speaking in anecdotal terms, but as far as I'm aware, whereas in the early months of this year, our fisheries department was selling like $20,000 worth of fish and so on. I'm seeing the numbers going up to 75,000 and so per month now, which means something has changed, something has been transformed, because the sales of fish are now into the 70s and 80,000 per month. Right, and we intend to understand what it is and do more to make sure that that number grows. But you also remember that I said that there will be a hotel opened up on the Southeast Peninsula, and our people in our department, in our ministry, has to work to engage those institutions to consume, to purchase from the local fishermen and use those in their hotels and organizations. Now, you did talk about secretaries. And the way they prevent, using your word, they deny persons to see the ministers and to have dialogue one-on-one. I want to encourage every minister of government, in fact, every candidate in the Team Unity organization, to ensure that in your constituencies you have meetings one-on-one or town halls. I want to encourage myself to be able to do more of that, because what that does is take the burden off of the ministry from having to find the time during the day when they should be engaged in maybe meeting with this ambassador or doing things to do with enhancing the product that we're delivering, to spend time meeting one-on-one with constituents who ought to meet you at your constituency office. So when the secretaries in the office is kind of keeping you off, bear in mind, the secretaries understand what a hectic program that each minister has. And if he is not protective, nothing will happen within the ministries except meeting people one-on-one. Remember, Team Unity government is a government that came in on a huge mandate, a huge election victory. People want to see us, and they want to see us every day. But you also elect us to deliver. And we can't deliver if we use our entire days meeting people one-on-one. So I encourage all of us to go out in the constituencies and our constituency offices and meet people one-on-one. And take the pressure of the ministerial office. So I'm not, I will say I'm holding a brief from my secretary, because she's taking care of me, making sure that I do not get overwhelmed with too many visits and don't get anything done in the ministry. So those are the three issues you raised, important issues.